system, it should adapt the regional differences of a country, like the climate or other technical regulations. The comparability of similar houses in different countries is the most important thing by bringing the DGNB certification system into other countries. Remember the example of the Erken, or the Himmel, I don't know, showed to you collecting materials with in a diameter of 800 kilometers. It means 1,600 kilometers at the diameter of this circle. So that's at least 2/3 of Europe. So it doesn't make sense to take criteria from the US and just use it in Germany or use it here in Kiev. It doesn't make sense. You have to adapt it. You have to adapt it to the regional demands and the difference. That's our meaning how to do it. So how do we do this? So we got a core system. That's a core system. I showed to you 22.5%, the 5 qualities. That's core. You can't choose it, change it. But then you have regional requirements, and we need to adapt these local conditions. And then if we bring the core system and these regional requirements together, then I think we have the flexibility to accept different local standards or local states of knowledge and local availabilities of materials. And our international board will supervise this adaptation process, and we will support our partners in going through this process with local partners and experienced auditors from the country itself or even from Germany or other countries. And then, in the end, we think we will have this adapted system which will cover your demands and which will work very well in the country where we develop it. Beginning of this month, for example, the shopping mall Arcad Szeged was opened, and this is certified with a gold medal for sustainable retail buildings. And there we did the same process. We took our German system for retail buildings. We took a closer look on the regional demands and what could they deliver and what not. And then they adapted the system, and here we got a gold shopping mall now in Hungary. Here in the Ukraine, we started a public-private partnership together with Mr. Himmler from Energy Design, with the Ukrainian Green Building Council, with PE International and the DGNB. 4 partners are involved in this, and we've already talked to some of you. We're looking for a building project which is just started to build, or which is perhaps close to be completed, to try to adapt the DGNB system to your standards, to your country. And yeah, we are glad for every contact perhaps you can give us and every support you can give us to find one of these, or even 2 or 3 or 5 of these projects that we can try to adapt the system and that we can prove that building in Ukraine is certifiable. So we have different variants of our system. For example, office building, you know, and but we have retail, industrial buildings, and even city districts. Most of the variants are only available in German for the moment, but office building is available in English, and it's adapted now in 5 different countries. And we are just in an adaptation process with Denmark. They took all three systems, the DGNB, they chose some, I think 5 different buildings, and they tested all 3 systems on these 5 buildings. And after their evaluation, they decided, okay, DGNB seems to suit the best our demands. So they decided to adapt DGNB. This should be, could be another, sorry again, if you do this process, for example, in Canada, I believe the solution would be we will take lead, because Canada is very similar to the standards in the US. But here, Denmark chose the DGNB system, and by beginning next year, we are already done with that. We will certify the first 5 or 6 buildings with the DGNB Denmark system. So perhaps you will read about that on the internet or on our international DGNB site, website. So, what's all the benefit of a certification? We have a pre-certificate. You can promote for that, for a pre-certificate for a building during the designing process. And you can present your building to the market as a sustainable and future-oriented construction. You will have more transparency in your designing process and a higher building quality. The DGNB certificate serves a powerful marketing tool for investors, for owners and users. It documents their commitment to sustainability. As a sign of quality, it supports export and it enhances the attractiveness of the real estate industry or investors. The DGNB certificate enhances the chances for sale and rent. The certificate marks the high quality of a building, tangible for owners and users. Furthermore, it signals a performance-enhancing work environment as well as a high user satisfaction. And how can we help you from the Academy to achieve this? We train people in our modular education program. We offer training sessions in Germany or in other countries, like in the Ukraine. So we plan to start our training session here in February or March. So you will hear about that. We will send an email to you, and we will present it on our international website. So spring of 2012, we will be present here in Ukraine as well with our first training session, and I hope to see some of you there again. We will train the prospective auditors in all topics of the certification system, and we will give all participants a close look into the criteria and the basic knowledge behind these criteria. So it's not only talking about the system itself and how to earn points and how to earn credits, it's also something about basic knowledge, like what is sustainable architecture, or how to build a good building envelope. What are the main things you have to think about if you talk about efficient building technology? So what is it all good for? The system can easily be adopted to the European building environment. European guidelines, standards and technical policies are embedded in the criteria, recommended by the German government as the official certification system, but it's not mandatory. And we are proud to mention that we are the only certification system in Germany which is recommended by the German government. And there's no other system at the horizon. So I think we will be the only one for a very long time. So we are more than green, because we evaluate the complete life cycle and not only just the ecological point of view. We create a win-win situation with optimized life cycle costs, with a more healthy environment, with a more satisfied user, and with a good public image of your building, and with this, the stable value of your project. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope to see you again somewhere here, or in Germany, or all over the world. And as long as we are all fighting, or we are pulling on the same side of the string, although it's BREEAM, LEED, or DGNB, or whoever, we try to make our world a little bit more sustainable, and that's our main aim. And as long as you try to do this, we are with you, and we support you, and we provide our knowledge to be your knowledge, and perhaps we can provide our system to be your system. Thanks.